and others engaged in active suppression of information that was relevant to the public. That's a terrible thing that happened. That's election interference.
No, Marjorie's out there. Oh, Trump won by a landslide. They're liars.
Joy Behar has once again found herself in hot water after making some controversial remarks about Donald Trump and Elon Musk. This latest incident is just another addition to her growing list of public missteps. And frankly, things aren't looking good for her. In a recent podcast appearance, Behar said something so shocking that it sent shockwaves through the internet. And let's be clear, this isn't the first time she's gone off on a public tirade. In the past, she's stirred the pot with other high-profile figures, but this time she's not just dealing with the backlash of regular viewers. Donald Trump isn't staying quiet, and Elon Musk may be preparing to take legal action. But what exactly did Behar say to ignite such a firestorm? Let's dive in. It all started when Behar, who is no stranger to controversy, decided to make some scathing comments about Elon Musk and Donald Trump. On a recent podcast, she said something that absolutely left people stunned. For one, Behar accused Musk of being pro-apartheid, claiming that he had the mentality of someone born under apartheid in South Africa. She even suggested that Musk was just stroking Trump's tiny ego to stay in his good graces. It was a harsh and unsubstantiated claim that many saw as completely out of line. But that's not where it ended. Behar, who's known for being outspoken, has a history of offending public figures. Back in 2019, she took aim at Trump, calling him not bright enough to handle the presidency, even suggesting he only ran to avoid jail. It's safe to say that Behar doesn't hold back when it comes to her opinions, but sometimes her comments cross a line. While Behar's comments may have been shocking, what really grabbed everyone's attention was Musk's potential response. We know Musk has a reputation for not shying away from a fight, especially when his reputation is on the line. In fact, after hearing Behar's inflammatory remarks, Musk might be gearing up for legal action. He's reportedly considering suing Behar for defamation over her baseless accusations. If Musk decides to move forward with a lawsuit, it will send a clear message. No one is above the law, and accusations like Behar's will not be tolerated. It wasn't just Behar who made headlines. The panel on The View also chimed in, with Sunny Hostin joining the conversation to slam Musk. She accused Musk of being responsible for the alleged waste, fraud, and abuse in government contracts, specifically related to his involvement in the Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE. Hostin claimed that Musk's companies had been awarded billions of dollars in government contracts, and that he was somehow mismanaging the funds. But here's the problem. Hostin's argument was riddled with inaccuracies. First, she claimed that Musk had saved the government $55 billion, but upon closer inspection, the actual savings were far less. In fact, the numbers were so far off that they could hardly be considered legitimate. The alleged savings came from cancelled contracts. Contracts that, according to many experts, were never going to provide any benefit to taxpayers in the first place. To make matters worse, Hostin continued her tirade, accusing Musk of engaging in fraud while ignoring the fact that Democrat lawmakers, many of whom have close ties to major corporate elites, have amassed incredible wealth seemingly overnight. The hypocrisy is hard to ignore, especially when Hostin conveniently leaves out the fact that many of the government's biggest financial blunders have come from members of her own political party. But it doesn't stop there. Behar also went on to criticize Donald Trump, claiming he only ran for president to avoid jail, and that he wasn't capable of handling the responsibilities of the office. While it's clear that Behar and many of her liberal allies don't care much for Trump, the irony is hard to miss. Behar has long criticized Trump for his business dealings and political career, but now she's using his presidency as an example of what happens when you don't have the smarts to lead. What Behar, and others like her, fail to acknowledge is the huge contrast between Trump's leadership and the current state of the country under President Biden. While Behar continues to attack Trump for his policies, she ignores the fact that many of the problems facing America today are a direct result of the current administration's actions. Behar and her colleagues aren't the only ones attacking Musk. The left-wing media has had a field day with Musk ever since he took control of Twitter, now known as X. Musk, who's an outspoken critic of the political left, has been labeled everything from anti-Semitic to racist by liberals who disagree with his stance on free speech. But here's the thing. Musk's actual policies don't align with the accusations they're throwing at him. For example, Musk has made strides to address government waste and inefficiency, launching initiatives like DOGE to root out fraud and improve transparency in government spending. Yet, rather than acknowledging Musk's efforts, the left has doubled down on their smear campaign, using his wealth and status against him. One of the most bizarre criticisms that the left has levied against Musk is questioning his loyalty to the United States. It seems that now, because Musk is friendly with certain people, he's suddenly disloyal. But what's truly mind-blowing is the hypocrisy behind this argument. The same people who question Musk's allegiance to the US have no problem welcoming thousands of unvetted immigrants into the country, many of whom have ties to foreign governments that are far less friendly to the US than Musk could ever be. The left's obsession with Musk's supposed dual loyalties is ridiculous. At the same time they criticize him, they continue to push policies that prioritize the interests of foreign nations over those of American citizens. It's no surprise that Musk is getting frustrated by the double standard. So why all the noise about Musk? Why the relentless attacks? The answer is simple. The left is terrified of accountability. Musk's initiatives, such as DOGE, are aimed at exposing and addressing government waste and inefficiency. And let's be real here, there's a lot of waste to expose. The government continues to squander taxpayer dollars on projects that serve no real purpose, and Musk's efforts are a direct challenge to that status quo. But rather than focus on the real issue, government accountability, Behar and others would rather smear Musk to distract from the real problems. In reality, the left doesn't care about saving taxpayers' money or rooting out government corruption. If they did, they'd be supporting Musk's efforts instead of attacking him. But that's not their priority. What they care about is power. And as long as they can keep attacking figures like Musk, they can distract from the real issues facing the American people. As Behar's comments continue to stir controversy, it's clear that she's facing a potential legal storm. Musk and Trump are not going to let this slide. If the defamation claims hold, Behar could be facing serious consequences. And if this incident is any indication, it's clear that public figures like Behar need to be careful about the accusations they make, especially when they're completely unfounded. In the end, what we're seeing here is more of the same. A desperate attempt by the left to discredit anyone who stands in the way of their agenda. But the truth is, people are waking up. They're starting to see through the smears and lies, and they're demanding accountability. Whether it's Elon Musk's push for transparency in government spending or Donald Trump's focus on putting America first, the message is clear. We need leaders who will fight for the American people, regardless of what the mainstream media says about them. So stay tuned. We're just getting started, and this battle isn't over yet. No mercy.